Well, welcome. This is Cover Clan Travels, and what we're going to be doing during this video is picking a cabin category. So we're going to go through the different options associated with a cabin category and talk through why you might pick that. So there's not a right answer or a wrong answer. Each traveler is going to have different views of what's important to them and what criteria is important to them. We're going to kind of lay out why people pick different categories as we go through. We'll use Oceania as the vehicle for doing that. Like always, we've got an agenda that lays out what we're going to be talking about. So we'll work through what are the room categories on the different classes of ship of Oceania, and then talk through, as you can see here, why you might choose to pick a particular room. And then we'll finish up at the end with what's right for my wife and I. What did we decide and why did we make that decision? And then we'll move to the summary slide. So the first thing I did when looking at this is to go back and then try to build a table that listed across the top the different categories of Oceania ships. So you've got the Regatta, the Oceania, the Allura, and the Sonata class. They haven't built those yet. And then what's in green is the square feet. How much square feet do you have? And as you can see, it ranges on the Regatta in a solo Oceanview from 143 square feet all the way up to the owner suite on the Allura or the Vista is 2,400 square feet. So that's, a 10 by 14 foot room up to a house. 2,400 square feet, so that's a house, is in the owner suite. And again, so you have this wide range, and the question becomes, well, what's the right fit for you? And it may be that on a smaller ship, you may want to be in a higher class room because of the square foot difference associated with that. So anyway, let's walk through these. So why would you choose an inside stateroom? Well, it may be that cost is the most important criteria for you. It may be that you're not in the room a lot, and every time you're in the room, you're just sleeping. So you walk in, you get ready for bed, you go to bed, you wake up, you walk out. It's a very small part of your entire cruise experience. The fact that you have limited room service is not important because you're never in the room, and the fact that you're on the lower deck is not important to you. So again, all of these are reasons why inside stateroom is going to be a really good room for you. Oceanview gives you a little bit more sunlight coming in, but again, I know lots of people who get veranda rooms, but they never go out on their veranda. They always stay inside the room. And so the question becomes, why not just get an ocean view? And again, some of the reasons for an inside cabin apply here. You're not in the room a lot. Size is not important. The menu is not important. And being on a lower deck is not important to you. It doesn't bother you. And so why don't you economize here, and then you can spend money on things that really do matter to you. The veranda room gives you an outside little sitting area. And a lot of people will pick this and not pick concierge because they're the exact same room and the layout's exactly the same. You just don't have some of the concierge level services. And people are adamant that that's all they really need. The room service menu is, again, limited. You're on a lower deck as well sometimes. But again, that for many people, this is a great class of room. They get everything they need in terms of size and the deck. But then they can spend their money on the other things that they really enjoy doing. For others, when you move to the concierge, again, same size room as before, but now you have access to the full menu of the grand dining room for room service, which is pretty extensive. You have access to the front part of the ship. There's a deck in the aqua spa, and you can go lay out there, use the pool facilities there. You have access to a concierge lounge, which replicates services that are available elsewhere, but it may be more convenient to you to go there and use those services. We don't find a lot of value in the concierge lounge, but I'm sure some people do. And then you're on a higher deck, so your room's a little bit more stable, not as much rocking and rolling. In a penthouse, you've got more room and storage. Also have access to room service from all of the specialty restaurants. So everything is now open to you. I don't know how you can eat that without gaining 4 billion pounds. But again, the idea that you can get any specialty restaurant food every single night, if that's of value to you, away you go. You get a butler that provides personalized services, and you have access to an executive lounge. And again, you're on higher decks as you go through. And then finally, you've got the Oceania Vista and owner suites. Here, money's less important, obviously. These are expensive rooms. It may be that you just need space to get away from your spouse or partner. That's humor. But if you look at this, I mean, that's like 9 rooms. You have lots of space to get around. Um, it also may be that you like to entertain, you like to bring people back, or you're traveling with extended family, and this is going to be your hub for everybody to come in and kind of enjoy this gorgeous space. So whatever the reason, this is going to be a great fit for some people. And I've met people, the last time I was getting on a cruise, a couple behind us were going to an owner suite, and they were really excited about it, and had grand plans for using that space. And I also met a couple that could have afforded the owner suite, but they were in a much smaller room, actually in Oceanview, because they wanted to use their money elsewhere. And they had flown in business class rather than flown in economy, and they just had different interests. So again, there's not a right answer for anyone. Everything is a different fit. So let's talk a little bit about what my wife and I value and how that worked out for us. So for us, if the cruise is less than 30 days, which has been every cruise we've ever been on, we're in the concierge room. We like the aqua spa. We use it. It's a great value to us. We appreciate access to the grand dining room. We appreciate the deck. We're always there as we're pulling in or out of port. We enjoy having a cup of coffee out there. And so for us, that's a really good fit. And for cruises that are 30 days or less, that's the right fit for us. For cruises that are longer than 30 days, like the World Cruise, we're going to get a penthouse. And the reason is we appreciate the space and the storage and the idea to spread out a little bit more. We believe we'll make deeper connections with our fellow passengers, and we look forward to entertaining them in the room because we have a little bit more space and the ability to entertain them in the room. So for us, this is the right fit. That doesn't mean it's the right fit for you, but you've kind of walked through with me the logic of what is the right cabin category for you using Oceania. Now, we've used Oceania to explain this. It applies to other cruise lines as well, but you kind of go through that thought process of what's the right fit for the cruise you're on, the duration you're on, and so on and so forth. And there are some special room categories. I will tell you on the larger ships, there are a couple of rooms that are a penthouse A1 that are on the very back of the ship, the stern. And leaving port, that's a spectacular view. But for others, that's not a spectacular room because it gets a little bit noisy. The engines are below you. So again, there are some unique rooms out there too that you want to spend a little bit of time and you can figure out what they are and then say, is that a good fit for you or not? Well, thanks for watching. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if it adds value to you. And if not, thanks for watching another one of these videos in the Carver Clan Travels YouTube channel.